Hello viewers, welcome back to Mathathon. For today's video, we'll be looking at adding integers. Now an integer includes positive and negative numbers as well as 0. For example, we have negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2, or 3. Now integers, when you think of integers, you can think of the numbers that you see on a number line and they go on forever, they never stop. There are rules to adding integers. The first one would be to add integers with the same sign, add their absolute values, and keep the common sign. So if we're to add two positive numbers, the sum will end up positive. Also, if we were to add two negative numbers, the sum will end up negative. The other rule is to add integers with different signs, subtract the smaller absolute value from the larger absolute value, and keep the sign with the larger absolute value. Now we'll be doing some examples. The first of which is we would be adding two positive integers. Now remember the rule says if we are to add two numbers which are positive, our sum will also be positive. So in this case we have positive 3 and positive 5. Our answer will indeed be positive 8. The second one here, we have positive 12 and positive 9. What do you think our answer would be? Would it be a negative number or a positive number? Very good. So our sum will end up to be positive 21. So remember, once we add two positive numbers, our answer or the sum will always be positive. Now on to the next. We now have two negative numbers. Now remember the rule says when we add two negative numbers, our sum will also be negative. So let's try the first one. We have negative 4 and negative 7. We know that our sum will automatically be negative, but what figure would it be? Now when we add 4 plus 7, we would get 11. So therefore, our answer would be negative 11. Now for the other one, we have negative 8 plus negative 2. We know our answer would be negative, but when we add 8 and 2, we would get negative 10. Now for the other one, we have negative 2 plus negative 1. Our answer would indeed be negative 3. And the last one here, we have negative 9 plus negative 11. Now when we add both, we know our answer would be negative, but not only negative, but negative 20. Excellent. Now we're on to adding positive and negative numbers, or vice versa. And remember it says we're going to subtract, we're going to take from the larger absolute value, and we're going to keep the sign of the larger absolute value. Let's look at the first one. So we have positive 7 plus negative 3. Now because there are two different signs, we're going to take the 3 from the 7. We're going to subtract the 3 from the 7, being that the 7 has the larger absolute value. When we take 3 from 7, we would get 4. And remember, our answer should take the sign of the larger absolute value. So because 7 is larger and 7 is positive, therefore our answer will also be positive. Now let's look at the other one. We have a positive 12 plus negative 15. So now because they are of different signs, we are going to take from the larger absolute value. In this case, the larger absolute value is 15. So we're going to take 12 from 15. When we take 12 from 50, we will get 3. But it also said that we should also take the sign of the larger absolute value after we're subtracting. So because 15 in this case is larger than 12, we will take the sign of 15, which is the negative, so our answer would be negative 3. Now on to the next. We have negative 2 plus positive 1. Once again, we're going to subtract. When we take 1 from 2, we would get 1. And we're going to take the sign of the larger number, and 2 is larger, so therefore it will be -1 for our answer. The last one we have here, we have -10 plus 11. Now when we subtract, so we're going to take from the larger absolute value. When we subtract 10 from 11, we will get 1. And our answer should take the sign of the larger absolute value. In this case, the larger absolute value is 11, so therefore our answer would be +1. Now I hope this video was helpful. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe.